How you doing, guys? So I want to talk about my favorite player, who some people will say I can't even call him my favorite player as he's not currently playing, Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony recently went on ESPN to talk about some of the things that have happened in the last couple of years, as well as the reason he's not playing basketball, and some of the things that people have been speaking for him that he never said. He took that interview because he wanted to tell everyone what is actually on his mind, what he's talking about, and for his opinions to be out there as opposed to the people around him, his trainer, his friends, and things like that. Let me just say, I think it's ridiculous that Carmelo Anthony is not on an NBA team right now. I know he said it's crazy that out of 30 NBA teams, he can't make a 15-man roster. And I have to agree. His trainer, as well as multiple sources, have said that Carmelo Anthony is better as a player than 60-70% of the players in the league. He's not the player he once was, I'll give you that. A lot of people say I'm biased on this topic. I'm not. I know he's not the player he was. I used to say he was a top 5 player. He easily was. He has gotten MVP votes in his career. I know that he's not the player he was. I know that he needs to be a bench player at this point. The thing is, he could dominate. He's a scorer. That's what he does. He averages 24 points a game on his career. That's given these last couple seasons where his scoring has gone way down because he hasn't been the focal point of an offense. Imagine an offense where Carmelo Anthony is the focal point of that second unit. He's been scoring, 15 points a game for these last two teams as third, fourth option. He can be the number one option off the bench and actually get up 15 or 20 shots a night. And when he does that, that can translate into about 15 points a game, I think he's definitely still capable of that. And I will say this, Carmelo Anthony wasn't built for this era of the NBA. It's harder for him because he was built for the last era. He was built for Kobe's era with the ISO ball. I hope people understand that if Kobe was the same age as Carmelo, he would have the same trouble fitting into teams. Now, he would never have to because of all the respect that people give Kobe. They don't give any of that respect to Carmelo, so they just say, Kobe's just a fantastic player and he'll never come off the bench. And they're the same kind of player. They're ISO scorers. They need the ball. They need to have the ball. They need to be able to work it. They need to be able to get their own shot. And while I don't think that he's a ball stopper, like a lot of people call him, he's not a ball hog. The way he plays is he gets the ball and he does whatever he needs to do to put it in the basket. That's what he does. And so he could easily do that for a second unit. But the reason that no teams are seeing that, the reason teams aren't seeing his value is because it's hard to fit his play style into this new run and gun, keep running, shoot threes. You're just going to run up to the three-point line, catch the ball, and shoot it every time you get it. That's not who he is. And while he has a skill set to where he can develop that, he can turn into a better catch-and-shoot three-point shooter, that's not who he is. Him at his best is in the mid-range game, getting a post-up, being able to take a couple of jab steps and beat you however he wants to beat you, how he sees fit. But it's ridiculous to me that not a single NBA team sees that, and I really, really hope that he does. I hope that they do see that. I hate that a player that talented, who's had that good of a career, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I hate that a player that good is going out like this. It's sad for me to see as a fan. A lot of you guys don't care about Carmelo Anthony, but it's sad for me to see a guy that I watched growing up. I watched countless games of him dropping 30, him dropping 40. You know how many times I saw the headline, Carmelo drops 30, Knicks fall short? He didn't have the career that he was supposed to have, and there's a lot of reasons behind that. Darko Milicic stole his draft pick. He should have been the number 3 pick. He should have gone, or he should have been the number 2 pick. Should have gone to the Pistons. The Pistons were already in the championship that year. Imagine Carmelo Anthony right there. That should have been him. He could have won in his first few years. He could have won a ring right there. Carmelo Anthony, a lot of people don't know this, was supposed to be the 3rd member of Miami's Big Three. It was his own fault. He took an extension in Denver when he was supposed to just wait for his contract to end so he could sign in Miami. But he wanted that money. And I guess you can't blame him. As a kid, you're growing up and you're struggling to make it. When someone throws $80 million at you, you're going to take it. And I wish he hadn't, because I think Carmelo, instead of Chris Bosh on that Big Three, probably would have won 3, if not 4, out of those years. Would have changed the course of NBA history. Nothing would be the same as we know it now. Carmelo's career was not what it should have been. But we shouldn't let that throw us off from the fact of how great of a player he was. How good of a player he still can be. I don't get why people think he's one of the worst players in the NBA. No team wants him. He's terrible. You don't get it. You don't get it. He may not fit perfectly in every system if you don't use him right. But he has talent. He's a baller. What he does, what he can do, he's amazing at it. He's great at it. I'm really hoping that the Los Angeles Lakers figure this out and sign him so he can show what he can do. He needs to win a ring. I'd love to see him win a ring. If he can do that, if he can win a ring on the Los Angeles Lakers with one of his best friends, LeBron James, maybe people will put a little bit of respect on his name. Oh, this guy actually can play. Oh, this guy's not washed. Oh, he's not the worst player in the league. You guys need to figure that out. It's about, he's a Hall of Famer. Let's show him a little respect, okay? He was a great player. He still can be an effective player if you work to figure that out with him. NBA teams, figure that out. Figure that out.